Hello, this is Suparn Varma, and you are watching this interview on midday.com with Kubbra Sait and Sheeba Chadha.
When I saw the trailer, I was super excited because I feel like it's time that we had a human-centric drama. We haven't seen that in a while. There has been like a large uh, inflow of content that has been violent, that has come from the heartland, that has come with, like murder mysteries, whatnot, right? And we're also now trying to like get you some light-hearted stuff. But I think a drama series has been like long overdue. So yeah, my first reaction to this is like when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my God, I'm a part of like something that was much awaited and long overdue. That's my thought.
It's Dhokha, Kaanoon, and Pyaar. So that's like largely pretty much covers a lot of the pillars of our in and around the world. So yeah, that's good to have a show which does that. And it does, of course, navigate all these realms. So there is no reason to not like this concept. It's great.
Suparn Varma, why did you decide to put all your heart, money, stakes, time in bringing us all together for this concept? Why?
Because it's a very, very emotional show which will tug at your heartstrings. It will talk about heartbreak. It will talk about love, marriage, betrayal, and it's gonna make you question a lot of things in your life. It's something that I think we all have been waiting to see for a long time, especially by actors who you have not seen in this avatar before. One of the bigger challenges was that we need to adapt it to Indian sensibilities. One was the character of Noinika. We had to Indianize her completely because in India, when a woman suffers something, a tragedy in her life, she's victim shamed first before people empathize with her. And then her reaction to society would be different. Society to her would be different. Her decisions would be different altogether. She as an Indian mother is very different from a Western mother for that matter. In office, the dynamics are very, very different. The glass ceiling here has a much fatter, thicker glass as compared to the one in the West, though women have been breaking it consistently for a long period of time. And also the challenge is that legally we don't have a jury system. I wanted to make the cases more contemporary. Also, the romance between Will and Alicia had to be completely changed because Will would be cancelled in today's times. It's an office romance where the power dynamics are very different. So that had to be done differently. And also, we had the luxury of watching the character arcs of all the characters across seasons. So what I could do was condense and bring them up before then they actually came out in the original, because that was a TV series, and here we were condensing 23 episodes into 8. And so we could play with the character of Sana much more, make her much more, give her much more layers, give more layers to Shiva's character. So that really helped us in a lot of ways.
I too had a physical challenge to begin with. I had broken my hand in more places than one could imagine. So getting myself to wear my kurtas would take like 25 minutes. So that itself was like a challenge. But the beauty is working with such a supportive team is that, well, everything felt like, oh, that's a pinch of salt, like your broken arm. We can deal with it because everyone was so kind and supportive and so caring. Like, तो ठीक है, सब ठीक चल रहा है. Are you okay? Doctor के पास गई थी? Physio गई थी? ये सब, like, so when you have such a caring set, then I think all your challenges seem to like almost dissipate. So that's what happened with me.
Suparn shoots fast, yeah. So each day was pretty much over before we knew it. He said, "Arey, shooting khatam hai." And also just बहुत easy shooting, yeah. I think it's also, at least for me, the zone that I was in, this role required. It didn't ask too much of me in that sense. You know what I mean? There's some roles where you have to really, they'll do you they put the little needle in you and you'll have to do a little bit of scooping and sitting and cutting. But this role, not so much, not in this season. So it was really, I must say, really a breeze, yeah. So, and we were shooting very close to home. And in a really beautiful set, and Sachi mein no challenge really. Challenge was keeping up with Suparn's energy levels. No, that's like it was great. Absolutely. I'm sure everybody across the board will have to say that about
Oh,
Kajol because she's really very, very good to work with. Just like really blends in, is a part of the team. It's mobilizing, is so present, and yeah, she brings a lot to the set. Yeah, you don't feel intimidated around her, which is quite something. You're aware that you're in. This is of course somebody who's just comes with this huge body of Bollywoodism,
wrong.
Bollywood, and yet there is the actor so ever present and you know alive in her, and it's just so there, and there's no way you can not see that, and you can't just relate to the star in her. You cannot, because she's so much else as well.
Yeah, no, because when I was like literally just starting out, and I never thought anyone would ever ask me this question, ना, अगर ऐसा रोल हो जो आप प्ले करना चाहेंगी तो वो क्या रोल प्ले होगा, which role? And I always used to say Anjali. I always resonated most with Anjali because I thought even in school I was Anjali, the one who was tomboyish and stuff. So then imagine, many years later, through my adolescence and then through like my adulthood, I get to share screen with like the character that I have idolized. हाँ, पहले आपको लगता है ना कि oh यार, I have to work hard to become friends or to become comfortable with my co-actor because I have so many scenes with Kajol. But then she is the kind of person who will like break and shatter all those walls. So it just becomes so easy to interact with her that your job becomes even more fun. So yeah.
Working with Kajol was one of the greatest and the best experiences of my life. She's an absolute joy to work with. So much fun, so much honesty. She's brutally honest. And here's my advice to anybody. If she loves you and she likes you, your life is set. If she doesn't like you, run away as far as possible. So, yeah.
Oh my God, thank God she likes
will let
me.
you know.
Thank God she likes me.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
God.
yeah, she is honestly one of the most wonderful people I've worked with. And every single day was joy because she matches my madness. She's jumping up and down and having fun. I'm jumping up and having fun. And we also try to be serious and make a very serious show. But yeah,
Yeah.
you get the idea. More money for the writers.
And women as well.
Yeah, more money, just more money. Let's I mean, why are we trying to like for example, I don't find this anywhere else except for our industry. यहाँ पे opportunity मिलती है, पैसे नहीं मिलते. Exposure मिलता है, पैसे नहीं मिलते. यार, exposure, opportunity हम लोग create कर लेंगे. आप बस पैसे दो और अच्छा काम करवाओ, अच्छा काम लिखो, अच्छा काम बनाओ. So that everyone is here for a purpose. Everyone wants, to like create something that they are proud of together as a team. So, yeah.
No, not really, yeah, but I do. I mean, this pay parity thing with women. Actually, the thing is that for the longest time, I wasn't even aware that's happening. And you never
No.
get to know this. You know what I'm saying? How would you? You don't go around asking,
You
hey,
ask, Sheba.
who? I don't know.
Your colleagues.
I'm saying that honestly, yeah, I still don't know if that's true or not, but that must be true. I genuinely, and if that's happening, that's really, really unacceptable and shit and should really change. But I would like proof. I don't know.
Oh.
It's the hawa, but I would like to know this for a fact that if I'm in a project, for example, and me and a male actor are largely in the same scope of role or whatever work, and that gentleman is getting paid more than me, I would really like, how does one know?
No. You're absolutely right. Like, for example, it's not just, us working in like, films or like shows or stories that we tell. Like, sometimes I face it on stage. Like,
Okay.
let's get the male MC or the male anchor, let's pay him more and let's pay the female anchor less. But they want the female anchor to wear prettier clothes, look sexier, wear shorter dresses. I've always fought for this, like at my own level. Like I have actually raised my voice. So when it starts so small, it just then percolates and like gets deeper and like harder to solve, I feel. So I genuinely agree with what Sidesh is saying.
I think pandemic was quite the trial for many of us. Yeah, I don't know. I think Even though I think I'm sure in this room, most of us were fortunate enough to not, uh, sort of be really worried the fact that we didn't work for that much time. That's in itself amazing. But the time of the pandemic and also just watching all that happening to so much outside, it's just like some huge, heavy collective grief. Yeah, which sits, man. It's not easy to just watch all that, and yeah, it's really it's deeply impactful. It is. So pandemic was really hard, I think.
No, so I wrote a book during the pandemic. It's called Open Book, and the fact that anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So I feel like all of us have trials in our life, and me being just another individual, a speck on this, in the cosmos doesn't make my trials bigger or smaller than anyone else's. But I do feel looking at the phase that you've been through and accepting it and saying, yeah, this was me and this happened to me. But it's all right. I'm wiser and I've grown from it is the only way. I don't, dwell what's in what happened. But yeah, if you do want to know and care about like the trials in my life, please go ahead, read my book. You will find everything. It's very normal.
Personally, we go through trials every single day of our life, existing, surviving, because we taste failure and success and rejection and obstacles every single day.
And dhokha.
And living in a city like Bombay, which is so tough,
Maha dhokha.
बहुत धोखा. Every single day is a trial. A little bit of pyar. And the amount of love we give the city is all about love.
प्यार तो है, come यार, जाने मन, जाने जिगर, जाने मन.
So as long as you love, Janasheen, so as long as you love within the ambit of the law, and Kaanoon comes in here. So I think surviving in itself is the biggest trial of life.
True.
Wisdom. Oof. That's it.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.